Hey, what's going on everybody, Farah here. Today I want to talk about base pulse progression and show you the best base pulse that there are in every tier. So let's jump right into it. First base pulse I would recommend you to get as early as possible would be Incinerem. He has kindling free, handicraft 2, mining free and transporting 2. He's quite a good... You can catch Incinerem quite early near the Vinciveb Iceland Watchtower at -10, -500 more or less. At this location you will find Incinerem. Keep in mind he is level 10. The next pal I would recommend you to get would be Ekkadir. He has only lumbering 2. However, if you condense him to 1 or 2 star, you get per condensing +1 lumbering, so he can get up to lumbering 6 quite early on. You can find Ekkadirs mainly on the red starting area and around. Next up I would recommend you to get a Incineroar. He has Planting 2, Gathering 2, and Medicine 2. Medicine 2 is not effective. However, he has the ability, while at base increase the farming work suitabilities for all other base parts by 1, which basically means all the other parts in the range drop more items, which is very useful early on. You can farm Incineroars just above the red starting area. I would recommend you to go to the ancient ritual site to farm your Incineroars there. Next up I would recommend you Gloopy. She has Watering 2, Handicraft 2 and Transporting 2. And if you condense her once, she has Watering 3, which is quite handy. And also she's good for fishing. While in party, the capture cohorts decrease 12% more slowly, while the bars are not overlapping during fishing minigames. And spoiler, you should fish quite a lot. Gloopies can be found on the Isle of Decayed Treasure. It's a bit out of the way, however, if you have multiplayer spawns on, the Easter Wild Islands is one of them, so you can spawn over there. Next up I would recommend you to get yourself an Alpha Chillet from the starting area, as well as a Hangyu, and get yourself a Hangyu from the Bridge of the Twin Knights, to make yourself over to the coast, and go alongside the coast, to eventually make it towards the Fisherman's Point. For Fisherman's Points you just want to go south, to go to the Terraria dungeon, and around the Terraria dungeon you can find fishing spots where you can fish up Domod Guilds and Tortugal Terras, which bring you a lot of money. The Domod Guilds will be the Domod silhouettes, and the Jellyfish silhouette will be Tortugal Terra. Next parts I would recommend you to get your hands on is a Beeguard and a Domod. They can be obtained from the black market here in the starting area. I would recommend you to go to the Easter Wild Islands once more and make your way over to this cave on 470 -120 roughly, and to talk to a black marketeer and buy yourself a Domod and a Beeguard there. Next up we have straight upgrades of all your parts. All those parts can be either purchased from a black marketeer in a region, or they can be fished up. The first black marketeer I would recommend you to go is in the desert, because you can get 4 pawls there. You can get Palumba, 4 planting and 4 gathering and 5 mining. Manasting with 5 mining and as a dark pole, so it works all day and night. Segmet with handicraft 6, mining 3 and transporting 2, which will be your main handicrafter. And your first electricity pole with electricity 4, gathering 2 and transporting 5. You also can use them as your first mount to fly around in the area. I would you to recommend to go to Dunshell, the city in the desert, and trade there with a black marketeer. You can find the black marketeer at 350 and 370 roughly. Next up I would go with Gangler Ignis to get your fields going and get watering and kindling 5 going. I would recommend you to make your way from Fisherman Points over to Fabric, either with a Chillet or a Hangyu, to reach Scorching Ashland. And you can fish up on the coast, your Gangler Ignis. You also can find more on the west another fishing point there. Next up I would recommend you Molten for kindling and mining 5. He can be found from the black marketeer in the volcanic region. I would recommend you make your way over from Fisherman Points on the coast until the end of the coast, where the black marketeer stands at around -800, -630. Last but not least we have Wumbo, with lumbering 5, transporting 6, cooling 5 and handicraft 3. You can get him from the black marketeer out of the ice region. You can find the black marketeer in the ice region just below the watchtower at -40, -250. Next up, I would recommend you to get yourself a Grintail and a Broncherry, and if possible, a Broncherry Aqua as well. Grintail, while in party picking up a Pal egg, has 50% chance to receive one extra. Also works on the eggs in the wild. So if you find a rare egg, you get double the bonus and can breed them together indefinitely. Grintail can be gotten in the Alpha Grintail spawn at around 350 minus 250. Next up, we have the rare egg spawns and breeding ones to go, as well as some alpha variants. Yomtai Ignis eggs can be found on Freybreak as huge dragon eggs. Yomtai eggs can be found at the starting area, in the grass area, as huge dragon eggs. Savagas also can be found as huge dragon eggs and Freybreak. Praloa eggs can be found at the starting area in the grass area as huge verdant eggs, and all the other ones we need to breed or either catch as an alpha from their spawn. The first thing I would recommend you to do is to breed segments together and equip Broncherry and Broncherry Aqua if you can, to get yourself alpha segments. As you can see, the alpha version gets 170 more efficiency by doing the task to get yourself a good handicrafter as well as a miner going for you. Next up, I would recommend you to start out with a Praloha, cause she has planting 5, gathering 5 and mining 3 to get enough resources for your parts to eat. And on top of that, she has a passive, while in your base, increase the egg production speed of parts assigned to a breeding farm by 20 to 40%. If you didn't get lucky with a Praloa egg at the starting area, you can pre-tie with a Tutucal Terra and a Gangler Ignis. As previously mentioned, around the Terra area dungeon can be Tutucal Terras be farmed, and on the course of Freybreak can Gangler Ignis be caught. Next up, I would recommend you a Jomtai to water your fields, so you have enough food for your big pawns. Also, you can condense him to 3 stars, and he will get to watering level 10. You can breed yourself Yomtai from Blazemouth and Moltron. Moltron can be bought from the Black Marketeer in the volcanic region, and Blazemouth, you need to catch them as on the alpha spawn to get them. Otherwise, they have also a huge fire egg in the volcanic region which you can get. You want to combine Moltron plus Blazemouth to get yourself a Jomtai, and the Jomtai with another Blaze Howl, which is also an alpha to catch, to get yourself a Jomtai Ignis, and the Jomtai Ignis combined with a Blazemouth to get yourself a Ren Yishi. Besides Ren Yishi having Kindling 8, he has also Handicraft 6, and Gathering 5 and Transporting 5, instead of Jomtai Ignis, which he has only Kindling 7. Ren Yishi would be a great alternative help while not kindling. At minus 735, minus 330, you can get yourself a Blazemouth level 52. But beforehand, you want to go to Freybreak and farm yourself treasure piles and chests up there to get yourself spheres. You can just chuck the spheres on the Blazemouth. The alpha spawn of a Blaze Howl is at minus 255, minus 130, and the Black Marketeer in the volcanic region is by minus 800, minus 630. Next up, I would recommend you Savagas. She has Lumbering level 6 and can get Lumbering level 10 if you completely condense her. If you didn't get lucky to get an egg from Savagas, you also can breed a Gangler Ignis and a Blazemouth together to get yourself a Savagas. After that, you want to start on your electricity production and breed yourself an Azurmane. He only has electricity 5, but if you fully condense him, you can go all the way to electricity 9. And trust me, you're gonna need this electricity. Azurmane can be breed with Gangler Ignis and Yomtai Ignis together. Next up is Eidrolon, a Dark Dragon Paw with Transporting 6. If you can dense him completely, you can go up to Transporting level 10, but will also eat quite a bit. You can breed Eidrolon with Yomtai Ignis and your Azurmane together to get yourself a Transporting Paw. Also, you can breed from your Eidrolon your right armies. For Frostallion and Laineen Nog, we need to catch them on their respective spawns. Frostallion you will find in the ice region at minus 360, 515, Lilinok you find at Sakurajima at minus 630 and 305, only at nighttime though. Next up we're coming to the pawns, which are the best combined with work suitability books. The first one I would recommend you to fully utilize on would be Segmet, to fully condense her and give her work suitability books in handicraft and mining. So she can be your best miner and handicrafter at the same time. Afterwards I would go with Brunelia to make your fields going. Brunelia has the ability, where at base, Brunelia sprays the less crops increase the harvest by 18%, 35% at maximum. So if you have 3 Brunelias at your base, you have 100 more drops to go. Afterwards I would go with the Waterer, the Gangler in this case. So you can utilize your fields completely. And here we have a complete breeding tree. The reason why we want to breed it from Yakumo, because we can use an implant to get it on the Yakumo. And Demon Hands cannot be transferred via catching over to Yakumo's passive settling. So we're gonna straight breed all of them. First up, you want to breed yourself a Brunelia with Yakumo and Shadowpeak together. Yakumo can be found on the north side of Sakurajima, near the Lilinok spawn at minus 360 and 305. Shadowpeak can be found in Wildlife Sanctuary number 3 at 666 and 620. After that, you want to breed your Brunelia together with a Silene. Silene can be found as a meteorite in Freybreak, or you can catch her in the World Tree to get yourself a Gangler. After you got your Gangler, you want to breed him with a Soothsayer. Soothsayer can be found in the Sakurajima North Desert at minus 600, 340. You get the Gangler Ignis, which is temporary. Combine this with the Griswold and you get your beloved Segment back. Griswold can be found in a Wildlife Sanctuary number 1 as a boss at 55, minus 700. Let's go over to the other part of the tree. You breed your Yakumo with Demon Hands on it, together with Praloha to get yourself a Venworm. The Venworm, then you can breed on the side with a Foxicle to get yourself a Venworm Christ. Breed a Venworm together with a Palumba, which we already got earlier from a black market here in the desert. And get yourself a Shrumanok for your lumbering needs. When we combine the Shrumanok together with a Lampion, we get ourselves a Hellsfire. A Hellsfire we can breed on the side with a Beacon to get ourselves Hellsfire Lux for our electricity needs. And last but not least, we can breed the Hellsfire and the Segment together to get ourselves a March X.